It is halftime. Nixon-Fowler Stadium. Welcome back to coverage on the Community Radio Network of the Clayton Peanut Company at the halftime report. At the halftime. What a game. Robbie, Mark, I know you got to be happy.
Yeah, you look at.
He showed 2 thumbs up, and I think he's showing 4 thumbs as well with two big toes.
Exactly. What are we doing? So now, Wesley, great come out for the Comets. You know, get the short punt right out of the first drive, go punch it in right out of the gate, establish what they wanted to do from the get-go. We were just sitting there talking about what Conley's tried to do all night. They tried to really throw the ball, and it's not who they are. Right. But it started halfway through that second quarter. They changed up.
By the way,
exactly. Back towards that last drive, I don't know if the first guy's hurt.
Strength.
Yeah,
their strength's to run, not to pass.
Yeah, they started to run the football there in the second quarter.
I heard y'all talking before we came back from radio timeout, and y'all both were saying we don't think D.H. Conley has played a strength of what they're seeing tonight with Clayton right here. What we're seeing.
Well,
at least for the season.
Well, you know, I think they come out and they've been known to run the football. And so you get all this film, you practice all week, you prepare for the run. Now you come out in the pass, you try to catch somebody off guard. They have been successful a time or two across the middle with a slant or so. None of it's hurt us, okay?
Right.
The biggest play they had, other than the kickoff return that went for about midfield and they got nothing out of, was a couple of runs here toward the end. And they got down there and they didn't get the first down and scored. So, you know, in my mind, as I said to Robbie, I think they came out in the past to try to loosen us up so they could run the football.
Yep.
But that's not worked.
Yeah, and you look at, like you said, Mark, you know, I don't think they've faced the speed of the Clayton defense all this year. You know, they've had 3 games. They got 3 losses. But when you look at who it was Garner. Pretty athletic, pretty physical team, and a fairly fast team. Jacksonville historically has been a good squad.
Yep.
And then their other loss was a tight loss to Farmville Central. But I just don't think that they were expecting the speed and the overall physicality of what Clayton had. Remember the very first drive, they had the ball in the 25, ended up punting from their 10. You know, 3 plays minus 15 yards right out of the gate. So I think that Clayton did exactly what they wanted to do. They got to stop. I think that Conley thought that they could, like you said, fool us coming out and go with the pass. Didn't work for them. Had to kick it, then we went and scored. But they stayed. They surprised me, but they stayed in the same type of offense for like 4 drives.
Yeah.
Before they finally, midway through the second quarter, decided, hey, what are we going to do now? Let's go back to what we do. Let's run the football, and they had some success.
Well, and it probably worked in practice this week, but you're out here competing against a team that is, as we said, as athletic, maybe a little more athletic, has the speed and everything, and the discipline.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, we've got some DBs that, you know, are recognized, and, you know, they're trying to go at our man, and you know something? He's handling his island. He's handling his business over there.
Yeah, and like you said, Mark, you mentioned the couple passes they did complete, 3 or 4 there in a row, were all slant passes to the same guy. You know, to Cabell, the brothers combination, Cabell squared. But, you know, what we saw was it was all backside where you had single coverage. They were bringing trips to the other side. You had single coverage on the backside. I like the way Bennett's come up and said, okay, let's be physical on the backside. Let's kind of take that away a little bit. He's just got a pretty free release off the line of scrimmage.
Isolate over here.
Exactly. He's got a free release off the line of scrimmage. Boom, Cabell hits him on a little slant. Okay, great. You know, so, but, you know, like I said, I hope what happens in the next 24 minutes is that Clayton decides, you know what, let's go put this thing away. Let's stay healthy.
2 points away from a running clock, and Clayton will get the ammunition to start the third quarter, too.
Exactly. Take the ball down, score, and then say, you know what, let's call off the dogs a little bit, and let's get some guys in, get them some play time, because, again, from history, 2017, the Comets were 13-0 coming into the 4th round. But they had not played, the defense had not played into the 4th quarter all year long.
In my mind, I don't necessarily disagree, but in my mind, I'm thinking I need 2 scores. I want to get running clock. But if I'm going to play somebody, I'm going to play them all in the 4th quarter, get my guys through 3 good quarters, get the score up enough to be able to do it. And then if they score, they score. But
that's exactly what I was saying is that, you know, the defense is right, and you let the offense go.
You want 14 more points.
Yep. Yep, and you know, and that's exactly what you're saying is get some guys in the 4th quarter, get them some time. That's the one thing we were talking to Coach Chadwick about a month or so ago. He really didn't like the running clock rule coming down from 42 to 35. because these other guys, the number 2s and the 3s, are working just as hard as the 1s are to get some time.
I will say this. The other mindset, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. The other mindset is I'm gonna score just as many damn points as I can in a short amount of time. No. Because I want to send a message.
Good. Absolutely.
I want to send a message. I don't care who I'm sending it to. I want to send a message.
Absolutely. You can't ask them, but and then Wesley, I know you want to talk because I was looking at some other scores as well. You got some as well.
Right now, Cleveland is beating Southeast Raleigh, but not by much. 24-14. Just started the second quarter. That game started at 7:30. And another one. How about the Trojans? I know Jim Kelly is listening to Clayton and D.H. Conley and Garner in the PA Trojan Stadium radio booth. We give them a shout out too, Robbie.
Absolutely. 34-7 Clayton.
Wow.
Garner over Cape Fear. Pretty unexpected, I think, there. But like I said, we talked about Garner and Conley playing earlier. Garner's a good physical football team. If they continue to win, they'll play Gibbons next week.
That's right.
And if we hold our own here, we're going to play the winner of Southeast and Cleveland, which right now at halftime, I believe, is 24-14 Rams.
You got 8 teams in the East right now playing tonight. 4 of them are from the Greater Neuse River Conference.
How awesome is that, Mark?
It's great for the conference. And in the ideal world, if things play out the way I think they will, you'll go to next week. You'll go down to 4 teams, and 3 of them are going to be from the Greater Neuse River.
Well, that can't happen because Southeast and Cleveland are playing each other.
Yeah.
So you got at least have one.
Clayton and Cleveland.
Yeah, but you'd have Garner,
Clayton and Cleveland. Yeah,
that's a good point.
Too, so
that's a good point. There you go. That's a good point. Yeah, and we talked about that in pregame.
That's that jet lag you got.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, I'm tired.
The stories I could tell.
It's exciting to see. We talked about that in pregame, Wesley. What does this say about Neuse River? The Greater Neuse Conference football?
You're right.
It says that we may be, and we talk about being top heavy with the top 4 or 5 squads.
Yes.
But then everybody says, oh, well, they're a weak conference because they're top heavy. They only got guys. Well, let me tell you something. If you play the guys at the bottom of the conference, you're still playing a game. You're still having to take care of your business, and you're still having to win.
Yeah.
And then I'd love to see, and I may do this over the next week if we get to next week, and look at what the overall out-of-conference schedule looks like and out-of-conference record for the Neuse River is to see where we're at. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we're in the 60-65% win range out of conference. As a conference, out of conference. So the first 3 games of the year, what did all of our schools do out of conference? And again, it just talks to what this conference has done. There was some hemming and hawing about, do we bring this team back into it or this team or whatever? They're just over the limit. Don't bring them in. We don't want to see that rivalry, whatever it is. I love the conference. I love the way it plays out. It's a very athletic conference with the top 4 or 5 teams on the thing.
First round of this year's state playoffs, you started with 6 teams from Greater Neuse. Name of 7.
That's right.
You started with 6. You're the 4th.
Triple S didn't make
Next
it.
week you're gonna have 3.
That's right.
Yeah, so
that's to the 4th round.
You got to give credit to the East, at least, of how competitive the Greater Neuse is. And here's something to think about is too, Robbie and Mark. Season started. Wilson
with
Prep.
off-season.
Wilson Prep.
Yep.
Wilson Prep.
Yep.
And then Southern Nash. And then Hoggard. And the teams that we played, how has it got them ready for this moment to be running for a state championship?
Every one of them made the playoffs. Every single one of those schools made the playoffs.
So
every single one of those.
7 of the 10 games that we played in the regular season or preseason are teams that are in the playoffs in state.
Well, no, more than that, because the only team that didn't make it from our conference was Triple S, right?
Triple S.
Right.
And then we played Wilson Prep. They're in.
Well, yeah.
It's 7 teams that. As of this week, 7 teams remain.
Seven
they remain.
Teams
They remain.
Common opponents.
So you tell me what that says. That just says that Coach Chadwick's out looking for a great out of conference schedule. And historically it's been that way. We've played Wake Forest in the past when they were up and doing their thing. We traveled to Hoggard. Yes, took a loss, didn't play good, got down 17-0 in the first 3 or 4 minutes, and then battled our way back. We won that second half.
Looking back, it was probably one of the best things that happened.
It is.
Yeah.
It is because what I was
major
gonna say,
changes were made.
Absolutely.
What I was going to say, Kim, is the fact that we have, you're getting into the playoffs at the right time.
You can show warming up to your
I don't
left.
want to use that word peaked, but you have
improved.
You have improved to the point, and you have gotten a little better, and a lot better, and now, you're performing how we expected them to perform. We just waited to do it at the end of the year, which is probably more important than the first review.
Kind of a heart attack,
Robbie.
ain't it? Kind of a heart attack, but it comes at the right moment.
Robbie, Kim's got a question.
Robbie, I have a rules question for you. or kind of an official's question.
Okay.
Is the only official that can throw a flag for 12 men on the field the back judge? Or the referee?
When you get to a count, it's either going to be the white hat or the back judge,
Yes.
because those are the
There
two
you go.
guys
Yeah.
responsible for counting.
But sidelines cannot.
Yeah, sidelines can. I mean, they normally don't. It's left up to, because they shouldn't be
Yeah.
counting anyway. The back judge counts the defense, the white hat counts the offense, and that's where you get your flags from.
That's what I
Look at
said.
that.
It's the first time all year, Kim, but we had all 7 referees over here on our sideline.
Yeah. So like, guys, we talked about this coming out. It's going to be I thought it was going to be a pretty physical game. I expected Conley to be a little more physical, but I think it kind of deflated their balloon right out of the gate when we shoved them back 15 yards, short punt, and 3 plays later we're touching the end zone.
Because you touchdown, interception for touchdown,
Yeah.
and you're not even 6-7 minutes into the first quarter, it's 21-0.
Correct. It's like, what do you do?
That'll take that out of anybody's seat.
But to do this, let me say this about that, is that the same thing happened to us at Hoggart.
Yes.
Went down 17-0, not 33, but we won the second half at Hoggart.
Yes.
If I'm Conley here, I'm looking at this going, you know what, I'm probably not going to win this football game, but let me win this second half. Let me build on my next season, because this is what we take with us for the next 180 days until we get ready for spring practice and fall
It's about
practice.
pride for them right now.
Absolutely.
That is a very prideful program. They're not used to seeing a goose egg at halftime on their side. It's usually the other way.
You're exactly right. And their coach is a great coach, and he's going to have them ready to play the second half. They're loosening up, running now, but I think, like I said, if they come out, they can score a couple touchdowns. He's got some momentum to build on for next year for his squad.
All right, talk about your next 4 minutes.
You win it. Just like I said, you win this the middle 8, the last 4 of the first half, which we won. Okay, go score. With intercepting them, go score. If you come out here, you get the ball first. So your first 4 minutes is go score. Now you've won the middle 8, and that at that point in time, you've got the running clock, whatever it may be. But again, that's the most critical part of a ball game. But you've got to stay focused. It's easy to lose that focus at 33-0.
Yes.
So keep that focus.
Yes.
Keep the mindset of I've got my foot on their throat. Let me go ahead and snap the neck. Is what I like to say.
What Mark just said. You need about 2 more scores, and then you can maybe be a little bit less relentless.
To give me some comfort, okay. Yeah, as a coach, I want to stat like Robbie said, come out, score. That will establish a running clock. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Minimum of a field goal will do that. Okay. Establish that. Go back out, stop them, and then if you've got the lead going into the fourth quarter, pull your starters.
Yep.
Put your backups in, get some experience, and get ready for next week, whoever that may be.
There you go. Thank you, Mark and Robbie. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been Clayton Peanut Company at the half, and we're about ready to start the third quarter. Thanks again to Clayton Peanut Company halftime report. Thanks to the Kilpatrick family. Right now, 33-0 as we get ready to start the third quarter. We mentioned the weather conditions, and let's take a look at what it is right now as we get ready to start the third quarter. We started at game time. It was 61 degrees. Now it's 58 degrees, and the mist feels like 57. And there's a wind gust outside. There's a straight wind around 8 miles an hour, and then there's a steady wind, if you will, Kevin, and then there's wind gusts of around 16 miles an hour.
Well, it must be down there on the field with Kim, because I walked up to the concession stand and walked up through there, and it didn't feel like there was not a stitch of wind blowing. Look. They were 10 yards. They tried to get it.
Oh, I missed the.
Yeah,
I was looking at the flag.
There was a flag on the play.
Damn, they got it.
Oh, they did get it.
They pulled the Pat McAfee on them.
And we got a Comet down.
We got a Comet player down as well. A little rattled getting up on an onside kick.
Oh, looks like Tayshawn Walker.
Tayshawn Walker, well, I want to say he's holding somewhere.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that.
The nether regions might have an injury.
But to go off what Kevin said, there is absolutely no wind down here.
No,
None, zero, zilch.
I had to come out of my long sleeve shirt up here because I'm
Ryan,
so
what
hot.
weather forecast are you showing me? Fire the Weather Channel.
That is for the whole of Clayton. So
Okay.
Got him, Keyshawn.
Not
Lost a one.
Nixon-Fowler Stadium. So look, this is what happened. A onside kick gives the ball back to D.H. Conley. You just bring your defensive Clayton back out there and smother him again.
Yep. I mean, if you're D.H. Conley, nothing's left out of the bag. you pull out all the tricks, pull out all the stops. Like I said,
just want to make sure you don't get electrocuted. That happened to me yesterday. Look at that, electrocuted with a television.
I think it's off this stuff right here. Move it.
Fires.
Pick. No, almost got it.
Two-man coverage, and it's incomplete. It was intended for Jacob Stilley.
And that was Tayshawn Walker.
Wow.
He's hobbling, though, that left
Tayshawn
left
Walker's
ankle,
walking around.
left knee, something. He's coming off the field.
Yeah, Tayshawn Walker and the 54 of Zion Mosley there on the stop. Incomplete for, again, Stilley. Jacob Stilley intended for him. It is a 3rd and 11. Ball on the 49. Third quarter, number 10. Cabell back out. Cabell, catch made, number 82. They'll move the chains. It'll be a first down. Cabell to Harris Jones, the sophomore tight end. And you got to know that the coaches for D.H. Conley have, at halftime, sat down, made adjustments, went over things that they need to do differently. Yeah, look at this. We weren't expecting an onside kick. They get the football, and now they're running the football. We got a Comet player down again.
That's Hobbs.
That's Jordan Ham.
Jordan Ham is down, number 6.
He came up hobbling after making that tackle, and then he just fell down to the ground. It is also his left leg. I can't tell if it's ankle or knee, so the trainers are working on him.
So Jordan
and it looks like
Ham,
he's getting ready to hop up. He's just lightly put some weight on that left leg.
So Jordan Ham.
Yeah, he was trying to. He looked like he was trying to talk to Coach Walker, be like, "I don't want to come out." But he's like, "You got to take at least one play off."
One play. You got to at least come out one play.
And I think the trainers will take a look at him.
Jordan Ham, Tayshawn Walker, Malachi Burt, just some of the players, and I hope that it doesn't look like a mass unit down there at the on the bench at Nixon-Fowler Stadium. We had that happen at Garner in our win over Garner back in October. I think we had, 6, 7 injuries in one night. Not to count the ones that are already out. 1st and 10, ball on the 35.
1st and 10 Vikings from the 35.
So it will be the Vikings with the football. And they'll run it again. That's Cabell running the football on his own.
Cabell on the keeper picks up about 7 on the player.
And 7 yards up the field for Cabell on a QB keeper. This will now bring up a 2nd and 3 as they are heading towards the red zone for maybe the 2nd time of the night here, Kevin. And I think, boy. Did they throw a flag?
Yeah, they threw it on this side.
It's all Clayton. Offsides on the Comets. That's the first time they've done that since what, Kim? The Cleveland game? If the Cleveland game, the Garner game. First and 10.
Pick! Got him! He gone.
Interception, and he's got it. You're looking for your 2nd pick 6 of the night. That's Tayshawn Walker to the end zone. Touchdown Comets. Start your running clock. They tried everything they could. They tried the onside kick. They tried penalties. Tayshawn Walker even had an ankle issue. He comes back out on the field. He runs for a touchdown. By the way, that was a pick 6. 77 yards. 77-yard pick 6 for a touchdown, Kevin.
Yeah, and I was looking right at him, and they've been running that screenplay all
Second
night.
Pick 6 of the night.
They've been running that screenplay all night, and they weren't going to go away from it. So I mean, you kind of talk about it at halftime, and you know what they're going to do.
Tayshawn Walker, give that man the turnover chain. He got a touchdown, and he gets the turnover chain. And is it going to be close? It is! Nate Longer! He's now 49 of 60.
40. D.H. Conley, 0.
Nate Longer adds on the extra point, 49 of 60, and the Comets are now running a clock at the kickoff. 40-0 here at Nixon-Fowler Stadium. Ryan, down to you. We saw the onside kick. We saw a couple of injuries. They shook it off. They get a pick six. Tayshawn Walker, 73-yard touchdown. Unbelievable, buddy.
Yeah, it's unbelievable down here. You know, on that onside kick, you know, the energy with the fans died down a little bit. People were getting back in their seats, and now the energy's picked up, and it is exciting to be down here in the stands.
40-0. A running clock will be in effect at the kickoff. This, Kim Winslow, will make the game go by faster. 40-0 at Nixon-Fowler Stadium. How sweet it is. Comets are looking forward to the fourth round after Happy Turkey Murder Day next Thursday.
But as I think it was Mark saying, you want to get yet another score protected. You got to keep them out of the end zone now.
That's what Mark said.
Yep,
Mark said he wants 6 more points.
Look,
7 more
ball's on the
points. And look at this. Ran into his own man, it looked like. Number 2 into number 12. Elijah Taft ran into his own man, Walker.
Well, if I'm Clayton and I'm looking at kicking
First
those
and 10 on the 40 for the Vikings.
if I'm kicking those kickoffs like that, you know, kicking in the end zone and giving them on the 20. Stop kicking the squib kicks. Honestly, this is just my opinion, you know, because it seems like it's opening up and getting them set up more to run it up the middle, because it seems like when we started doing them squib kicks, they started having better returns. Kicking in the end zone and make them start on the 20 or 25 or whatever it is now.
Yes, if it's first and it'll be from the 20. Yeah. Here we go now.
Looking for the screen. He was looking for the screen play again.
Cabo, Tayshawn Walker almost was there to make a stop on Bryson Roach.
To number 11,
He caught it.
Short gain will play of about 2. We'll pick up second down and 8 from the 42-yard line.
They're actually going to say Roach got it, or actually Cox got it, not Roach. My apologies. Number 11, Riker Cox, the wide receiver junior, the one that caught the football. Coming up now, 2nd and 8. Cavell, new man up there on the running back spot. Number 48 running the football. That's going to be Michael Deuce, the running back sophomore. First time we mentioned him tonight.
Well, I mean, you're down 40-0. You got to get your players some plays. So, you know, looks like there's a couple of new offensive linemen possibly. And
we'll bring up a first down for the Vikings.
Still got the Cabell brothers out there, though. You know, they're going to play till the end of the game. But like we were talking about, you know, there is going to be a point in the game where you're going to have to. I mean, I know having a shutout is great and 0 points on the scoreboard, but you know, there's going to be a point where you're going to have to take your starters out of the game because you're going to need them further down the road than more you need them tonight.
Yeah.
Number 8.
And Kim, down to you. Keyshawn Stansel with a big defensive stop. 2nd and 8 coming up. 7:20 left to go in the third quarter with a running clock, by the way. But that also allows other players to get a chance to experience the playoff football and this atmosphere of what could possibly be the last game at Nixon-Fowler of the season.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, the win is the most important. If we can keep that running clock, that would be fantastic. But being able to get some of these players not to risk injury, not to risk any crazy penalty that could happen. You know, you've made it this far. You want all. And we've already seen a couple injuries tonight.
And also, you know, you don't want to see what stemmed last week whenever they started trying to egg us on and tried to, you know, do some stupid mess like that.
That's right.
Chadwick's smarter than that, and Coach Walker, and they'll get whoever they need to get out of the game. They've brought in a couple of more new defensive linemen right then.
Up the middle, trying to keep the drive alive as the Vikings, and they will. Move the chains. By the way, that's number 48. They ain't gone back to the other running back of his brother, Cobble.
He's moved to wide receiver.
He's in the wide receiver spot, and Michael Deuce is having the chance, the sophomore running back, to try to move the football.
Yeah, he's in the slot.
How frustrating right now, obviously, Kevin, is D.H. Conley, especially a team that you look at their stats, they win. The only loss I think they had this year, because you're about to end 6 of 7 wins, 6 wins in the last 7 games. Yep. Their only loss was to Jacksonville, who they lost to for conference title. This team, obviously, you know, well, let me say this: they're 8-3, but they were on a 6 wins in 7 games.
Yeah, I mean that's nothing to shake a stick at, you know, because like we said at the beginning, you know, you make it this far to the, you know, in the 16 teams left. I mean, that's You make it into that, you're not bad in a state unless you had some, other crazy games that you played where the other teams just didn't play like nothing. I mean, it could have been completely the opposite. The scoreboard right here could be the other way around if Clayton would have come out flat. They would have come out like they played all year or the last 6 games. But then again, they ain't played against Clayton's defense. But there's
First and 10 on the 37.
There's definitely some of the interior defensive linemen that's been have made some switches too.
Right now, Cleveland 24, Southeast Bulldogs 14, Garner 34, Cape Fear 7. Just some of the teams in the Greater Neuse River 7A that are in the playoffs like Clayton is. Deuce up the middle. Maybe a pickup of 3. He goes down.
Short gain on the play off the right-hand side. Maybe gets to the 35-yard line.
Looks like Ham is back out there.
Gain of 2 will bring up second down and 8.
Caldwell making stops. Number 27, Caden Blackwell. Amari Givens was right around there, and they'll set up now a 2nd and 10 here. About 2nd and 8, actually. We're in the 3rd quarter. It's a 2nd down. It is 40-0. Clayton on DH Conley in the playoffs, round 3. Cobble, throw, catch made. Gibbons was there as 11. Riker Cox caught it, but he's out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be about 3rd and 2.
It'll be a first, about a 3rd and 2 coming up, 3rd and 2. Running clock, under 5 minutes remaining. Yeah, go ahead. Under 5 minutes remaining. Ball on the 29. Clayton leading 40-0. Cobble under pressure.
Got
he
it.
goes down. Big stop. Keyshawn Stansel and Caden Blackwell.
Sack on the play.
That was actually Jordan Ham.
Yep.
Jordan Ham and Caden Blackwell.
Ham. It happened so fast.
Hey.
Jordan Ham made a big stop there, and obviously number 27 also.
Hey, Wesley, just a reminder, you have binoculars right here.
Yeah, for you.
For me, I can see. But I might need them.
These jerseys, man, when they get them crunkled up so much, you think a 6 is an 8, you think a 1 is a 4, vice versa.
Yeah, especially looking at the back of the jerseys. Hope they're going to call a timeout, DH Conley. 4th and 11.
Timeout by the Vikings. We need to step away and take one, too. We haven't took one in a while. This is Comets playoff football.
That's what happens when you have a running clock.
Listen up, get tight.
This is the most important timeout I've ever called.
Things are getting out of control out there.
And we need to regroup.
Hate.
Hate is winning out there.
Not on these fields.
In our communities. On our streets. In our schools.
And we need to stop it.
So let's take this moment
To change the momentum.
and call a timeout.
On hate. Together.
I'm a student athlete, which means I'm still learning.
I'm still growing.
I'm getting important lessons about perseverance, teamwork,
determination, respect, and dedication through playing sports at my school.
Mom, Dad, Coach, in a few years,
I'll probably forget a lot of the details, but I won't forget the lessons I learned
from the way you act towards my teammates,
coaches, referees, and other fans.
What kind of lesson do you want me to learn? I'm watching.
Sportsmanship, together we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Back out on the field, under 4 minutes remaining. Only a timeout or a referee's timeout will stop the clock, by the way, Kevin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Under 4 minutes remaining in a running clock, 3rd quarter. Cobble under pressure, he got dropped!
Pick it again!
6 again!
Let's go,
Interception! Number 13, AK Corbell intercepts the football. It's Comets football at around midfield.
And what is that, 2 pick sixes and
no, that's
4 total?
4 interceptions and 2 pick 6 touchdowns tonight. Yes, sir.
Somebody get a crate at Dern. Get him to chain.
Unbelievable.
This is my question. You're up 40-0, 3 minutes left. I would start pulling stars, but that's just me.
Okay, yeah.
Because, I mean, you still got Aiden in the game. I mean, you don't want, if he's going to be in the game, your protection's got to be there. Don't,
Making a very valid point. As now running the football is Noah Smith. Noah Smith with Tyler Campbell right there in hot pursuit to help him.
But see, and running the play like that is what I was just talking about. I mean, what if they wanted to take a penalty and just clock Aiden one good time? And then you're going to be in trouble.
It is 2 minutes remaining. Kim, go ahead.
That was the first offensive play for the Comets here in the second half.
And there's Noah Smith running.
Threw a flag.
Kim just said that's the first offensive play the Comets have had in this third quarter.
Yeah.
There's a flag on the play.
They kicked onside kick and run.
Conversation going on with the officials from the East Carolina Football Officials Association. Combo is on.
Personal foul.
Personal foul on D.H. Conley.
Nice run by the Comets there, but there'll be a personal foul.
D.H. Conley, by the way, donning the white on white with a little black and purple and gold. I don't know this, but you see them laughing out there on the field. You can zoom in,
yeah.
Ryan. Thank you on the camera. D.H. Conley, it looks to me like they're not taking it seriously right now. Obviously, they're down 40-0, but it's just like it's just.
The Comets first down the 9-yard line.
You just saw it on the camera. They look like they're joking.
And that's what I was talking about, like they played New Hanover started it toward the end of the game last week.
Yes.
You don't want that. You don't want your starters in with that mess. You don't want, next thing you know, and Clayton's called a timeout, it looks, or was that Conley that called that timeout?
T.H. Conley calls a timeout. Looks like the coach is wanting an explanation from the white hat.
Yeah, he pretty much walked all the way out to the hash mark.
I just read lips, and he said, "What happened?" That's what he said.
He
to
threw
the
a
white
flag.
Hat.
That's
he
what
said,
happened.
"What happened? What happened?" We have a timeout. We'll step away and take one with them.
Fractions of a second can be the difference between victory and defeat at the finish line. America's favorite bull ring is back in action for a summer of Friday night NASCAR Regional Series racing. Tickets are just $15 and available online in advance at WCSpeedway.com or at the gate starting at 6 on race nights. Wake County Speedway, 10 minutes south of downtown Raleigh. WCSpeedway.com.
So the timeout expires. We need to pause for station. Nope, not yet. Hang on. Hang on.
I was say, why would you do that?
Goal on the 9. I got this. Catch. Flags are flying.
That's going to be deep.
First and goal
look at
on the
him
9. Flags fly again.
Look at number 20 over there. They're over there jawing on the other side of the field.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we were watching it on the camera.
There's a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play. That was D'Angelo Ruffin, by the way, that called the football. There's a flag, though, and they're going to call holding on the Comets. Holding on the Comets.
Looks like it was holding on Tyler Campbell.
Michael Myers at Clayton. Tyler Campbell. Now we'll pause for station identification. This is Comets football. This is state playoffs.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
The playoffs roll on with the end of the third quarter. 40-0. Mark. Clayton's about to score a touchdown and be up again by 2 scores like he wanted. And there's a running clock. We'll flip-flop them on the field. The 12th quarter is next. Dubby Energy provides high-quality energy drinks with a blend of natural ingredients, ensuring a clean and effective energy boost without the crash, later, or even the jitters. Dubby Energy is committed to helping individuals stay energized and perform at their best. When you need to have a little energy boost, without all the lag or fatigue. Let W Energy take care of your body today. Use the promo code CRN for 10% off of your order every time. W Energy. Don't forget, hey, Vincent's after party. Going to be a big one tonight. Vincent's after party. Oh, baby.
In fact, I was just saying, we might be able to catch the second half of the NC State game at Vincent's.
Yeah. Is State winning, Kim? State in.
I know they scored a touchdown. I have not checked the score.
I'll find out.
Looks like Carson Jones is coming in at quarterback.
Here you go. Kevin, this was what you wanted.
Exactly.
Here comes the second, third string players. Senior Carson Jones is in. Freshman Kalen Rogers is in.
Look at him dragging people.
And by the way, they can run and gun too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They can run and gun as well. Some stats. At one time, Kalen Rogers was leading the offensive points for rushing and receiving.
And you know, Comets obviously kept it on the ground on that play. And some teams could get upset being up 40-0 when a team comes in if they do elect to pass. But you've got backup players, and as we have said, these players work hard all week.
Yep, that's right.
They are allowed to come out here. If you're going to keep your first team out there, they're going to bring in the backups and keep playing the game.
I don't want to say the
good.
Look at him fight to keep that ball. He fought to keep the football too.
That was almost a face mask.
That's what I thought. You might have just got him on the top of the helmet.
Who dodges the tackle and picks up about 6. And a 3rd down and goal from the 11.
Kim, by the way, second quarter, 11 minutes left. NC State 7, Florida State 3.
Go Tar Heels.
Thank you for the update.
There you go.
Yep.
Go! Ooh. Okay, Carson, pick yourself up. And go again. No, Kevin, and what I was trying to say before I gave the update of State in the Florida State game, I don't want to say the word second, third string is disrespectful.
Oh, absolutely
because
not.
They're talented players.
Oh, yeah.
It is hard to trim the fat, so to speak, to determine your hometown Realty starting lineup for offense and defense.
Well, y'all probably know
And
better.
you got, an 80-man roster, too.
Exactly. I was getting ready to say, you got 80 players. You got to be able to, you got
Jones fires left pylon. Is it caught?
Nope.
He caught it. No, it's incomplete. Incomplete.
Brayden Probst.
Brayden Probst. I know Derek and Heather were excited for a minute. Brayden Probst tried to find the end zone. At one time, Brayden Probst was a phenomenal player on the JV level. Ready to come in and see what he can do.
What is that, the first offensive
That's right.
Play that we haven't scored on? Series.
Running clock, 9.5 minutes remaining. Second, third string players, no disrespect, getting their shots and licks to play here in this third round playoff game at Nixon-Fowler.
I know how it goes because I was there sometimes.
Up the middle. And D.H. Conley starting defense make a stop. Got rocked there just a little bit. Number 25 was the one that tried to run the football of Aiden DePasture. 2nd and 4. Defense now. Trying to stop the offensive starters of D.H. Conley. Throw.
Nope.
I think it hit the turf.
Yep.
It's incomplete. Intended for number 3. It was intended for number 3, Cabell. Yeah.
But he got hit just as the ball came to him.
That was a great defensive play.
Number 40, I think it was.
Yeah, it was intended there. Cabell, by the time he got it, the ball hit the turf. Caden Barber on the stop. Kim, we always talk about who's going to step up. Mark, you always talk about that. Who will be the team? Who will be the player to step up? Who will be the one that represents the Comet C after the starters come off the field?
You got one on
3rd and 4.
Timeout.
Timeout, Vikings. They got no choice because the clock was at 0.
For those of you who are still here, just so that you know, all
Vincent's.
earlier year we had Clayton Civitan night.
Vincent's Pub and Eatery.
Well, this past weekend, your Clayton
Listen to this.
Civitan Mighty Might squad won their 2nd consecutive Eastern Wake Football League Super Bowl, 23-16 against the Wendell Rams.
Mighty Mites.
Yep.
So congratulations to that team and the coaches and the entire Clayton Civitan staff.
Oh, and by the way, I tried so hard to get that game to broadcast on CRN. Nobody would
Chase
call me back
O'Neal.
from the
Chase O'Neal, if you're in the stadium, please find a Clayton Police Department officer. He has your telephone.
Oh, you lost your phone. That public service announcement did not need to go out over the radio.
Yeah.
3rd and 4 of the 17. Vikings have the football. Clock runs down. Only time the clock will stop is if there's an official timeout or coach's timeout. That's it.
I don't think they have but
Cabell.
one left, if they have any.
And our Comet 2nd, 3rd string guys playing a little defense. It's getting good out there.
Rush up the left-hand side will be enough for the Vikings first down.
Got to imagine how excited they are, right?
Oh,
Kevin,
yeah,
get a chance to
absolutely.
go out there, get to play.
Playing in the playoffs.
Experience what it's like.
Yep. I remember when I was a sophomore and they asked if I wanted to come up to practice with the varsity team. I was like, absolutely, I want to go hit somebody.
Ryan, we'll check in from you in a moment. Catch made, incomplete. It's caught, but he got dropped. That was number 3, Samaj Cabell. Cabell will move the pickup of 8 yards, 2nd and 2. Ryan, it's got to be exciting down there on the field. Get back down to you.
Well, I was just going to say on that play again, it was one of those screens,
Yep.
and Comet defender tried to jump the pass.
Yep.
They've been successful 4 times tonight. That one he came just short.
Ryan, how you feeling down there, buddy? We ain't talked to you in a bit.
I feel great as we got some whistles out here.
Man, I was kind of wondering what kind of game we'd have tonight. Misty,
You and me
cloudy, just, okay. Man, one thing for sure, Kim Winslow, let him play in the fog, let him play in the mist. Clayton
give him a first down.
was ready to play tonight. Make no mistake about it. You could just tell from the field warm-ups when they were wearing civilian clothes when I saw them. They were just focused. They were ready. It's been a perfect job. There's some mistakes, but they've really played a phenomenal game of football tonight. Heading to the midway point of the 4th quarter. Yes, I did say the 12th quarter. There was 12 minutes left. Fires. Anybody home? Catch made. Number 3. Gotta stop him. They will. He's out of bounds at around the 3.
Cabell to Cabell.
Mark him out at 5.
Cabell to Cabell. He's actually down at the 5. 1st and goal for the Vikings. And for the first time tonight, V.H. Conley is trying to score on the 2nd, 3rd string team, might I add.
And we were so close to knocking that pass down, but he came up just short. And again, if they score a touchdown here, do we stop the running clock?
No, ma'am.
Once
Running
it starts,
clock starts, it doesn't stop.
Okay.
Once it pops, you don't stop. Up the middle. Conley will not be shut out. They'll score a touchdown. D.H. Conley, number 2. Wait a minute, there's a flag on the play.
Yep.
I don't think any of the officials showed a touchdown yet.
Yeah, one of them did, but I didn't see the flag.
No touchdown. Wait a minute. The ref was going like this, the white hat. The white hat went like this, so it might be no touchdown.
No, it was a dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct on whoever. He didn't even point to who it was on.
He didn't even say who it was on.
So it was after the touchdown.
So the touchdown will stand for D.H. Conley. They got something to celebrate now. First string offense got scored. Finally, D.H. Conley scores. Defense for Clayton was 2nd and 3rd string on the field. But with that being said, it won't be a shutout.
It'll be all right.
Let him have a touchdown. And now they sort this out to see what the call is. The white hat shows a penalty on D.H. Conley.
On the kickoff. Unsportsmanlike
conduct on the Vikings after the touchdown. That penalty will be assessed after the kickoff when Clayton gets the football.
Preston Harden attempts the PAT.
Number 19, Preston Harden, the kicker, punter, 6'1", senior wide receiver, will go for the PAT. It is up. Is it good? It is.
Hey, but I'm not going to complain.
40-7.
For the last 2 weeks, they have scored 69-7. Has been the how much Clayton has outscored their last two opponents.
That's right. Clayton's defense has only been scored 69-7. You're exactly right.
And remember, that was D.H. Conley's first team offense against the backup defense of the Comets. And
you're right.
The Comets, that defense held them to a couple third downs. And again, they almost got that one. But
it was that high pitch, that high catch caught by Kalani Williams that set it up, like Kim said.
And so I would say, that backup defense was doing their job too.
Let them have a TD. Let them have a touchdown. And right now it is 40-7. But as you notice, the running clock is still it should be in effect. The running clock should still be in effect. Yeah, Mark said the running clock is going to run. It's going to run. It's over. There's Miss Melissa Hubbard, Ryan, if you want to zoom in on the lady in the white vest, black clothes, down on the sideline celebrating with Clayton.
And in the third quarter,
there she is.
24, Southeast Raleigh 21.
I love, Kevin, that when Melissa Hubbard came in, obviously, whoa, what's going on here? Holy cow.
And I don't know if you just heard that update, but it is now Cleveland 24, Southeast Raleigh 21.
Cleveland 24, Southeast Raleigh 21. Wow.
I'm a huge Bulldog fan tonight.
I am rooting on the Bulldogs. Remember, if Southeast beats Cleveland, we have a home game next Friday. It's 24-21. Cleveland by 3 on Southeast Raleigh. Just started the third quarter.
Onside kick it. Nope.
They got to try it. It didn't go 10 yards. And there's a flag.
Went out of bounds.
Because it didn't go 10 yards.
No, it went 10 yards. It didn't go out of bounds. It went out of bounds. He kicked it out of bounds.
Okay, there's a flag on the play, though.
Yeah, that's going to be a 10-yard penalty?
I don't know. I saw a guy doing a cartwheel there for a second. I saw somebody look like they were a Joey Chitwood stunt man right there for a moment. So they'll back him up. Running clock, 5 minutes in regulation.
Set up 1st and 10 for the 40-yard line of the Vikings after the kick out of bounds.
And Kim, here comes now Carson Jones, Kalen Rogers, back out again on the offense. I'd love to see them score. I'd love to see them score a touchdown. 40-7. Hey, Vincent's Pub and Eatery. Catch made, number 19.
There you go,
baby. Run the football.
Hold the ball. Hold on to the ball.
Baby, number 19. How about that? That's Samaj Richardson. That is Samaj Richardson. He was another star player on the JV level when he bumped up into varsity. Samaj Richardson was number 4 in JV, number 11 tonight. And what a catch.
And a great run out yards after the catch, too.
Number 19. Number 19, I meant. And we'll move the chains. 1st and 10 on the 26.
Go, Carson.
Carson Jones will
got
keep
blocking
the
down there. Look at 85
He's
down there blocking.
blockers and helpers. He'll run out of bounds. Maybe a pickup of 3.
Rashad Drake with a great block on the outside down there.
By the way, Garner 56, Cape Fear 20. Robbie Garner 56, Cape Fear 20. $40-7. Clayton's second, third string trying to drive, and they're in the W Energy red zone at the 12. First and 10. Keep it, Rogers will from Jones.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Jones hands off to Robertson on the play. Short gain to be 2nd down and 9.
I'm going to tell you, speaking of the Southeast Raleigh-Cleveland game, you know, a lot of people talked about the emotion of what happened with the Cleveland team and what, you know, obviously Clark. What about what happened with Southeast Raleigh and the emotion that they went through? You ain't betting that they want to get redemption on the Cleveland Rams tonight?
Absolutely.
3 points separate those guys, 24-21. And I'm a Bulldog fan because if they beat Cleveland, we're hosting the 4th round here next Friday. Second and 9, ball on the 11, and they run right up the middle.
Hey, with this running clock, I might just take back roads on the way home. I might just go on over there and watch the end of it.
Pop in?
Yeah, might as well.
You do have a school pass.
I do have a school pass.
Teacher pass.
Yep. Go on over to the Cleveland
Patty,
game.
you still studying over there? You doing your schoolwork while watching a football game? 2 minutes remaining. Shingle talk. 3rd and 7.
Look at me like I'm crazy.
There's only 3 women we had to talk on the radio. Kim Winslow, Jackie Posey, and maybe Amy Coates. 3rd and 7 on the 9. Throw, catch made.
Go.
Drop.
Go.
Touchdown. It's
Close.
in the end zone. He's short.
He'll be at the 1.
He's short. He's down at the Uno. It's a 1st and goal on the 1. 1st and goal on the 1. Just a yard shy from a touchdown.
He was trying his hardest.
For Samaj Richardson.
Playoff appearance for the Comets next week. We won't know for a little while if they're going to be here or will it be on the road. But your Comets will be playing over a Thanksgiving weekend.
You will know Clayton's playing. Either it'll be home if Southeast beats Cleveland. If not,
Carson Jones
we play Thanksgiving night against Cleveland. And a touchdown, Comets. Carson Jones, QB keeper, in for a TD.
Number 7, Carson Jones.
That's his seventh touchdown of the year for Carson Jones.
You've got to also give it to D.H. Conley's fans. I don't see many of them leaving. They are definitely here to support their boys until the
Play the
end of the
whistle
game.
blows, like Jack Lingle said. And a minute remaining. 46-7. And Ryan, down to you, buddy. Just it's cool to see the second, third string players get the score. Take in the moment also.
Yeah, I mean it's great to have them out on the field, and as we see, it feels actually.
Lunger is good. Nate Lunger, good.
50 out of 61.
You were saying, Ryan.
Yeah, it's nice for these players to get the opportunity to play in a playoff game, and I've looking down at some of the parents down here, and it's nice to see some of them cheering on their own children and having a blast to just watch them play out there. So it's a really nice moment for the parents and for the kids.
47-7. Kim, down to you, ma'am.
No, I was just going to say, Carson scores on that. Technically, the Comets could have just kneeled it and let the clock expire, but I think they wanted to get that touchdown back that they had just given up.
They did, and what a comeback.
Kick it deep. Let the clock run out. Don't get nobody hurt.
Yeah, I would just say take it to the house.
Hey, but you got to think. You remember what we always had preached to us? We always wanted to practice on Thanksgiving. They are going to get their opportunity to practice on Thanksgiving.
You want to know what it's like to be able to have your coach say, all right, go have a good turkey meal.
That's exactly right.
You're going to play on Wednesday or Thursday Thursday, Thanksgiving morning practice.
Absolutely. And the boys will enjoy every minute of it because I know whenever we had
Mark Coates and Robbie are coming up on the other side. We've got us extended Clayton Comets Athletic Boosters post-game wrap-up. And the Comets are on to round 4 after Happy Turkey Murder Day Thursday. They will play either Cleveland or Southeast Raleigh. Clayton did their job.
Go Bulldogs.
Under a minute remaining.
Now let's see what are they going to do. I mean, I know the clock's running.
Oh, hey, oh boy, did somebody fall down the stands?
Nope, she's up there.
She went for a slide.
Yeah, that's what happens whenever you get a little bit of foggy weather.
Hey, a little foggy, misty, wet there. Clock will run. Ready to go. A pitch. 7. Goes out of bounds. They crashed on the side.
Easy.
Low on the sideline. Number 7 getting a little riled up there. Jacob Stilley.
And it looks like it might be the last play unless they're going to try to get one more off.
Could do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Comet Crew, they done their job.
And you know what I love?
Score 47-7 at Nixon-Fowler.
We've got all the backups in, and these starters are on this sideline just pumping up these Comet players.
It's over. It's over. 47-7 your final. The Comets are the Elite 8 in the state of North Carolina. They are one of the 14 left in the East, 8 left in the state. Oh, what a run this has been!
Follow the coaches' comments on
Your Clayton Comets 47, DH Conley Vikings 7, 40-point win. Second, third string got to come in and play in the third quarter. The Comets are one of the best 8 teams in the state in 7A football and represent 4 in the East, and they play either Cleveland or Southeast Raleigh next Friday, Mr. Stump.
You got to give it to DH Conley. They played a real good game. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of chippiness and a whole lot of yapping going on.
It really wasn't.
You know, they're a real class program, and it showed right then this whole evening.
They really showed
going through the handshake
a lot
line,
of character.
I'm getting Coach Chadwick right now.
A lot of character.
Yep. Nobody's pushing, talking junk. The game's over. They're all happy for each other.
Hey, guys.
Let's go down to Kim. She's with the coach.
Coach Chadwick, not very many offensive possessions there in the second half. Just how you dialed it up, huh?
Just real proud of the effort. Thought we did a lot of great things. And moving on. We're in the Elite 8 now. Maybe we can.
I like that.
Hopefully next week we can get a crowd worthy of an Elite 8 team out here.
And speaking of next week, we do not know where that game will be played yet. As of last, Cleveland was up 24-21 in the third quarter. So a location to be determined. Did you even think, obviously you said you had a good week of practice, but that you'd end up with a running clock in the third round of the playoffs?
Listen, nothing these guys do surprises me, so I'm not gonna put anything past them.
And the defense with 4 turnovers tonight, 4 interceptions.
Great job. All of you, they just continue to play great. That's all they do.
Coach, go celebrate with team, and we're going to have fun at Vincent's tonight.
Vincent's post-game wrap-up coming up as soon as this game is over. Hey, by the way, before we turn it over to Robbie and Mark, Kevin, you know I call a lot of racing as well as all my other sports announcing. Do you know what drivers tell me is the best cure for being sick? Getting in the race car and winning. Got to be the same for Coach Scott Chadwick, fighting pneumonia since the win at Cleveland back on October 31st. And he has still been under the weather, but winning is good medicine.
That's exactly right. Yep, that's the best medicine. And this is going to be a good look. I mean, you got the boys out here doing handstands out in the field. They're happy.
It's a celebration, baby.
Yep.
It's a scramble. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Clayton's going to the 4th round. As Coach Scott Chadwick said, we are in the Elite 8. On to the 4th round. It'll either be Cleveland hosting us or Southeast Raleigh coming to Clayton. I prefer the latter. Last time I looked, it was Cleveland 24, Southeast 21. What is it now? Cleveland?
Yeah.
Right now it's 31-21 Cleveland on Southeast. Wherever we go, we'll be ready. We're going to play after Thanksgiving, and we are taking a break. Clayton Comets Athletic Boosters post-game wrap-up on the other side of the break. Kim Winslow, Ryan Tomford, Kevin, your final take-up tonight, buddy. I'll let you get on out of here, man.
Hey, that was a great team effort. You know, we were able to get the younger starters, the younger second stringers out there for some playoff experience, which is always good. That helps boost their confidence, which hopefully, you know, that'll help them practice against the first team hard next week and get the first team ready to whoever we got to play next week, because whoever we play, we've played them already before.
See you next week.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Playoffs next Friday. We take a break. When we come back, post game next.
Yeah, you ain't got nowhere else to be next Friday night.
Dubby Energy provides high-quality energy drinks with a blend of natural ingredients, ensuring a clean and effective energy boost without the crash later or even the jitters. Dubby Energy is committed to helping individuals stay energized and perform at their best. When you need to have a little energy boost without all the lag or fatigue, let Dubby Energy take care of your body today. Use the promo code CRN for 10% off of your order every time. Dubby Energy.
Local radio brings people together like never before.
It's a beautiful hometown weekend out there. We've got
Your local stations keep you informed and involved with music, talk shows, and real-time news updates you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters, connecting you to what matters most. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress to support your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
A game that lasted 2 hours and 17 minutes is in the books here at Nixon-Fowler Stadium. The final 47-7. For Clayton, they'll either be at home or they travel to Cleveland. This could possibly be the last home game before the new re-innovations coming up. Clayton Comets Athletic Boosters post-game wrap-up. But first, let's go down to our All-State sideline reporter, Kim Winslow. Kim, actually, hang on. I'll hold you until they have to get done with their pep. I know you're down there with the crowd. So, Ryan Tomford, phenomenal job amongst the crowd, the atmosphere. Totally different than the Cleveland game, wasn't it, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, totally different, but, the energy was still immense down here. They were, from the first whistle to the last whistle, the crowd was excited for Clayton, and, it was a great game for them on all sides of the ball, and, it was a really fantastic job they didn't make too many mistakes, and they got that running clock going, which is good for me. I gotta get home early and I gotta go watch F1, so I'm a happy boy down here.
Formula One in Las Vegas weekend,
nice.
By the way. Yeah, celebration is on. Kim Winslow is still down there. She might grab some players. She might give us her final closing thoughts. Kim, down to you. I know you're ready to queue up. Good job as always. Have a great Thanksgiving. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, they're just finished. They're just finishing up. Can you hear me?
We got you, buddy.
Oh, I can't hear it through mine. So that's why. They're just finishing up their team conversations. It's obviously a happy bunch. And Coach Chadwick was telling them, hey, if you think back to, February and March and April,
Yes.
Every practice, every workout, and sometimes you wonder, is it really worth it? It's times like tonight that it is worth it.
It's times like these.
It's what, Wesley?
It's time. It is time. Hey, Mark, got a big smile on your face. I see you got 2 thumbs up, 2 big toes up, 2 big ears sticking out. I mean, what else could you show? A perfect night for Comet football, buddy.
Well, this is how, when you get to playoff football, if you are to be considered the dominant team, this is how you are supposed to play. Limit the turnovers, limit the mistakes, mental toughness, execution, discipline, okay? As far as I'm concerned, I don't care who you play. If you play like this is winning football. You understand? It don't matter who lines up on the other side of you. Now, there's going to be some people that disagree with me, but you know my point on that.
They don't like it. They can kiss my...
No, I'm not going to say that.
Oh, he's different tonight, Robbie.
I'm not going to say that.
He's dressed up.
It's like bipolar,
He's dressed up. He's dressed up, all right? He can't do that.
So, hey, you focus on you. That's what Coach Chadwick talked about last week.
Yes.
We focus on us. We don't focus on an opponent. You make yourself as good as you can be, and you understand and execute your assignments. Line it up against anybody in the state. I don't care who they are.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And you said this during the break. Sorry, Robbie.
No, you're good.
Send us to Cleveland. Send us here at home. When you're playing this kind of football,
you play like
you don't
this
matter
right
where you
here.
want to be at.
It don't matter. Just put us on the field, put 11 guys across from us, let's go play football. And that's a good thing, And I enjoy the enthusiasm. Clayton did have 2 unsportsmanlike penalties for celebration on the pick sixes and things like that.
Yes.
But you know what? Those are things that didn't affect the outcome of the game. The game was out of hand.
You're right.
It's up by 40. Okay, whatever. Just know that you can't do that next week if it's close. Whatever. You can't make those penalties. But I'll tell you, all phases. I don't care what the offense did tonight. The defense played phenomenal.
Yes, they did.
We're going to see Coach Jones here a minute ago at the Vincent's after party. 4 turnovers tonight, 2 pick sixes, numerous sacks.
63-26, Garner Trojans win.
Garner wins their game.
Fear.
So now Garner goes to Gibbons next week. And then we're waiting right now. We've got a 31-21 score, Cleveland over Southeast in the third quarter. No updates yet, but we'll see how that one goes. And again, it doesn't matter where we go. If we got to go somewhere, great.
Tell me what Coach Chadwick said. He said, I like that we can say we're in the Elite 8. That means you're one of the 8 best teams in the state of North Carolina in 7A football.
Yeah, but I got one better for you. You're in the Final Four of the East.
Yes.
Yeah, Final Four
You're in the
East.
semifinal next Friday night. Regional semifinal.
And I'll tell you guys, I said this was expected at the start of the year. Remember at the start of the year, Clayton was ranked above some other folks.
Yes.
And then the loss to Hoggard looked very, very bad on paper. And everybody said, oh, Clayton's not that good. And then you just go and take care of your business. Don't worry about what they write. Don't listen to the mush on the web.
We made some mistakes. We hurt ourselves. As you say, that game we came back and won the second half.
Yep.
Okay, and it's like a fine-tuned racing machine. The fastest machine in the world, has got to be tuned. There's got to be tweaks.
Yep.
And the coaches have done the tuning and the tweaking. And if we continue to play like this,
that's right.
Yeah, and
I love how he refers to racing.
that was for you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
He gave us a little shout out there on the racing side.
But by the way, CRN tomorrow, shameless plug, coverage from Lakeview Motor Speedway, Thanksgiving Thunder on the dirt in South Carolina.
Yeah, you got to love that. And I'm not a big racing fan, but I have been to a couple events, and it's pretty cool. If you've never been or whatever, get out and see one because it's pretty crazy. But you look at the potential opponent for us next week. Okay, it's either Cleveland. They came here.
Kim,
shut down.
I got Coach Jones.
Okay, Kim, let's go down to Kim. Another All-State sideline report with Bennett Jones and postgame.
Happy anniversary.
First of all,
happy
the press box says happy anniversary to you and Mrs. Jones.
Yes, happy anniversary,
Mrs. Jones. You and Mrs. Jones.
Hang on a minute. Wait a minute. Where's the?
She's right there in front.
No, the clap.
Coach, hey Wesley, stop talking.
I was
Coach
clapping
Jones
for the Joneses
stop
for
talking.
the anniversary.
Coach Jones, not quite a shutout tonight. What happened there?
They kept playing to the end, and we wanted to make sure we got everybody in. It's important to get those young guys some experience, chance to play. They work hard all week. Our scout team did a great job for our offense and getting reps. And so, it's important to us to try to get everybody in, chance to play. They put every maximum effort in, and so they kept throwing it around and doing stuff, and they got one. They're a good team. They scored average 36, so it's okay that they got one, but we played great defense all day.
Well, and I was saying that very facetiously because that backup defense kept driving them to third downs, and they almost knocked down that long pass. So I think they did a phenomenal going against D.H. Conley's first team offense.
Group, and I think we tell our guys that you're not going to play a better offense because of what you see every week in practice, and so those guys get after it, and they deserve every opportunity to play. Our first group just did a tremendous job. We had guys going down, we had guys stepping up, and to create 4 turnovers, 2 scores off of those, I think we just set the tone early, really with that first possession to come out, shut the door on them, and give our offense the ball at the 35-yard line, and it just kind of set the tone for the rest of the night.
You mentioned the 4 turnovers. What was it that you saw on tape, or these guys saw on tape, unless you don't want to reveal it, but you could tell they were reading that quarterback?
Well, it helps when you got really good players. And so, we knew that they were going to try to get the ball to 3. He's our best receiver. It's the quarterback's brother. So we put AK on him and said, hey, a lot of times AK sits out there on the island. He doesn't get a lot of action. And we're like, we know they're going to get the ball to 3. So AK, let's do it. And the first time they try to throw it to him, he picks it and runs it to the house. And so, I think it just kind of set the tone. That guy's good, man. And their quarterback made some really good plays. But, our guys were locked in, and once we started getting pressure, we started flustering him a little bit, and that last pick, Keyshawn Stansel's right in his face when he throws it, and AK's able to step in front. So it's just It's a team effort. Our guys, we've got a great pass rush, getting our hands on people, and then if you put it in the air, our guys are going to go after and get it. And they take a lot of pride in that. And 4 interceptions later, that's what you get.
Hey, Kim, real quick, just tell Coach Stone 2 tutties and 15 Qs is okay for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns from the defense in the last, 15 quarters?
15 quarters,
yeah. I mean, we're doing our job. I told him, I said, we love to kill a shutout. But, for all intents and purposes, that was a shutout for us. We got to a running clock. That was, great. Our offense did a great job of possessing the ball and scoring, and we kept getting it to them, and they kept scoring. And, it's a team thing. It was important to us to come out here and set a tone. We feel like we have a state championship caliber team. We feel like we have a state championship caliber defense. And, it's just another chance to prove ourselves. And, we're looking forward to next week getting an opportunity to prove it again against a team we've already played. And so we'll figure out where that is, and we'll get after it and be ready to go next week.
Hold on.
This win takes it to another 10-win season, 3 straight 10-win seasons, only the second time in school history since 88, 89, and 90. Talk about how obviously that's a difficult feat and what that means.
Yeah, I mean, and even now, because it's a 10-game regular season, back in the day, there used to be 11-game regular season, so a chance to get an extra game there. And, I think it just shows to the quality program that Coach Chadwick's, built, and our guys are getting after it and believing in it. And, it's when you have quality players and you have good coaches and you have kids that work hard with a great work ethic, then success tends to come. And so I think, success breeds success. Our guys, they're working on the foundation that was built, a couple years ago, and we just continue to stack that up. And so we're excited to play again on Thanksgiving weekend. It's been a while for us to be able to play that. I think 2017 was a chance, and so we're excited about that opportunity next time.
Against the same opponent as well. Most likely the same opponent.
We think it's either one we've already played before, so we'll figure out where it goes from there. But we're going to enjoy this when the kids worked hard and coaches worked hard, and I can't say enough about our defensive staff, the way that all the work they put in, and from preparation to scouting to, our kids are prepared. And sometimes it doesn't look that way because we're kind of running around, but we also do a lot of disguising to try to create quarterback confusion. So we roll some coverages, we move some people around, and so I'm just really proud of the way our guys have locked in and battled, especially the last 5-6 weeks.
Kim, we haven't got confirmation yet, but it's 34-31, we think, Cleveland. 34-31 right now.
Right now, it sounds like 34-31 Cleveland. So regardless, it's time to get back to the drawing board to get ready for next week. But in the meantime, let's go to Vincent's and watch second half of the state game.
Hey, we'll see you there. Go back.
And that's Coach Jones.
And by the way, Kim, I wasn't talking. I wanted to do this right here. This is what I was doing. I wanted to give a round of applause for Jennifer and Bennett Jones for their anniversary. Yeah. So happy anniversary to them.
I know he wanted to get going, and Jennifer Jones is over there. She's one of my best friends, and we talk about who in the world schedules weddings in football season.
Right. That's right.
But Coach Jones said, but back then, and this is when he was in Wilson, I believe. He's like, we weren't so good back then, and so we weren't playing on that late into November. He's like, but now we are, and he's got a good one that helps him or allows him to continue to do what he loves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Cam, we'll let you get out of here. Mark and Robbie continue in a moment as they got to get ready to give their final analysis. It's like waiting for the debut of the college football playoff, right? And that's exactly what we're watching right now.
Who's having a baby?
What happens? Yes.
When's the baby coming?
Yes, we're in the waiting room waiting to see, is it going to be the Rams or is it going to be a Bulldog?
Somebody told us Southeast was ahead of Cleveland.
Yeah, somebody said 34-31 Southeast, but I'm thinking it's 30.
Hey, you know what?
They could have scored 2 touchdowns.
They could have scored 2 tutties. Yeah, they
and
could
by
have
the
scored
way,
2 tutties.
Here's why it's so important that Clayton and Mark, I want you to, Clayton did their job, right? I know that's what you'll say. You can't focus on what the other team's got to do. You do your job. You take care of the fundamentals. I get to use your word. And you do that. And once you do that, then you await who you await for. If Cleveland loses to Southeast Raleigh, we play Southeast here at home
next Friday
night. Yep. If not, we go to Cleveland next Friday night after Thanksgiving.
Yep.
But one of the things, as you said, if you're playing this great in playoff football, it don't matter whether you're home or away. The momentum has got to continue.
Yeah,
for sure.
And Mark
I would love to see Clayton play Southeast again.
I think
Us
they'd want
three
a shot
were in
back
the booth. I would love to see redemption on what happened in that 3-point loss back in October.
Yeah, and we know that game wasn't Clayton football. There were some things that went on. Clayton made some mistakes. He had some penalties, whatever it is. But at this point in time, Mark said earlier, he said, you don't want to peak too early. This is the time you want to start peaking. Right now, climb that ladder as you go. Each game is a different rung on the ladder. And when you get to the next day, it's the next ladder up. And as you go with the way they played tonight, again, great offense, great defense, special teams. I'm trying to figure, did we punt? We did not punt all night.
No, not.
We did not punt. I think we had 5 penalties. 2 of them were of the silly kind with the unsportsmanlike celebration, whatever.
Southeast Raleigh is in the lead. It is official. Kevin is listening to Chris Hooks on Kicks 102.3. They're doing the JoCo game of the week.
How much time is left?
Can't be a lot. I'm trying to get the score, too. I've got a friend of mine over there. I'm trying to see if she can give me some idea. But
Wesley, I'm
34-31. Cleveland has the ball, but it's 4th and 8. So Southeast seems to be winning.
Southeast
Cleveland
is
has the
winning
football
by 3.
4th and 8.
How much time?
How much time is left? I just asked Kevin.
9 minutes and just about over 9 minutes to go.
Oh shit!
So Ryan, what are you doing down there? What are you?
I've got it on my phone.
He's got it on his phone. We got it on the NFHS network.
Yeah, so it's got to be there somewhere. But like I said, we're all who's having the baby? When's the baby coming? Well, it sounds like it's coming 9 minutes and 38 seconds from now. So, but again, for the game tonight. You one last time on the game. Great job by offense, defense, special teams, whatever.
Yes.
We did missed another extra point or whatever. Went for 2 one time. That's okay. But we played a pretty complete football game. Great coverage on the quarterback. The defenders are reading the quarterback's eyes. 4 turnovers. Awesome. Could have had a couple fumbles when the ball was loose. But again, great all around football game. The prep comes in about an hour and a half when you start figuring out who you have. And then you look at it and you go, okay, how do we do this? And then you look at what did Clayton do against Southeast before versus what you do now.
And I've got the game queued up I've got the game on my monitor right here.
There we go.
As I told somebody earlier today, we had to play our worst game of the season.
Southeast 35, Cleveland 31, 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
35-31.
Yes.
9 minutes left, and it looks like Cleveland's got the football, 4th and 8.
The football field looks rough, doesn't
horrible.
it? The rain all day.
The rain killed that field. And you know what? I got to tell you, we talked about that first earlier today. We talked about it in pregame kickoff.
Yes.
What's the field conditions going to do here? Absolutely nothing. Look at that. Cleveland likes to throw the football. Southeast likes to run the football.
Well, and I'm going to tell you something. That crowd right there several years ago, Kim Winslow is a witness. They turned the sprinklers on.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
They
to try to slow us down.
The rain and everything has done that today.
Right.
Yes. And I think, like I said, looking at this right here, guys,
they purposely cut the sprinklers on.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
So Cleveland could play in that atmosphere. Clayton couldn't.
They thought they had to stop us running.
They had to stop us. They had to stop us. It hadn't rained in a week. They turned the sprinklers on, let them run to get the field wet to slow us down.
No, the grass needed some water in. Never mind, Mark. You're dressed up. Never mind. So
I don't want to go to jail tonight.
So we're about to get a 4th and 8 now for the Rams. Again, with 9 minutes left to go on the Southeast Raleigh 38-yard line. Wesley's trying to bring it over to the big monitor.
Big
widescreen that thing.
There
we go. All right, so 4th and 8. We're going to call this game while we're on the radio now. So Cleveland's in a twins formation. There's a snap. Pass is back to go. Pass is done out to the right. It's broken up by Southeast.
Wow.
Knocked down. So Southeast will take over.
Southeast will take over.
Yes, Southeast will take over 1st and 10 on their own 38 with 9 minutes left.
Can we say, though, guys, here's our instant replay. I love that they do that now, but here's the throw. And obviously, well, look at the great coverage, 2-man coverage.
Yep.
Number 15, incomplete. It's turnover on downs. Bulldogs have the football. But can we say, though, that the Bulldogs have come a long way?
Yeah. And
Kim will see you at Vincent's. Kim's going to Vincent's. She wants to watch NC State and Florida State.
They have.
Yep.
They
listening to you call that game.
There we go. I guess we're stuck here for the next 9 minutes.
They have come a long way. Okay.
Wait a minute, though. We might have to pay an extra bill to Brandon Marie because technically we're not. No, go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry.
They have come a long way.
But you look at when did that start?
It's happened over a course of time.
It started about week 6, bro.
Yeah,
about week 7.
I mean, it really turned up. I'll be honest with you. When they beat us, the momentum really shifted for them.
That's what I'm saying.
It was a turning of the guard for sure.
It made them believe, and I mean, they've got
that running back just slipped.
They've got folks over there The kids are responding to them or whatnot. You know, the head coach showed himself, you know, to each his own. You know, he's not going to beat Clayton but so many times. So, you know, I get it. But it's going to be a revenge thing. If we wind up hosting next Friday night and get the opportunity to play them, it is, we've got something to prove. But you can't go out there with that chip on your shoulder. You go out there and you get yourself right. You go in and you look yourself in the mirror and go, we're going to straighten this out. And that's what you do. And you go out there and play like you did tonight. You go out there and play like you did in the conference championship where you won the conference championship.
Yep.
Okay.
Randy Capps of Joco Sports just messaged me. He said Wesley, Cleveland is in a fight.
Yep. Yeah, they are. And to Mark's point just then, you're right. And emotion is a huge thing when it comes to this sport.
Oh, wow, he called it.
He called the football.
He's going to score.
Southeast going for the touchdown. Go for the house.
Touchdown.
Hold on. Let's see if we got any flags behind us.
Please, no flags.
Touchdown.
Southeast.
They're calling touchdown. Mark's getting excited. We got any flags behind us? Doesn't look like it. Here's the play. So Southeast is in trips on the right-hand side.
I'm going to send Brandon Marie $25. We called the end of the fourth quarter. Is it?
Southeast lines up and trips to the right side and hits a deep post. They run two verticals and a post underneath it.
Oh, this
and
is
the quarterback hits the post route underneath, and he goes 62 yards.
Ain't number one, isn't that their running back?
I think so.
Yeah. So Trajan, what was his name? Trajan something was
Trajan Clark.
He's back in there playing, which is great. You know, looks like. So we look at things going on here, guys, and there's still 8 minutes. Cleveland's a good ball club, so watch out. So
hey, Ryan's watching the game down there. Ryan, what you got to say about it, buddy? We were talking about Southeast and Cleveland, and obviously I know you're from the Cary area. Got to be rooting on the Bulldogs here, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, they were down for a decent while there in the third quarter, and then they started to come back, and now they have the lead by what is this?
11.
11.
Yeah, they're
up
leading
11
by
now.
11.
So,
by the way, I want to say this: it is so important to keep an eye on this game, Comet Crew. That's why we're going to stay with you on the air. We'll do it if we have to. Mark and Robbie and myself, we'll do it. Whoever wins this game between Southeast and Cleveland. There's a lot on the line. If Southeast wins, we play here at home.
Right here.
For the regional semifinal.
Yep, we get to walk out. If we don't, then we go to Cleveland. Final four will walk down that tunnel one more time if this score stays like it is. And like you said, you talk about conditions. Think about what just happened. Cleveland went forward on 4th and 8, missed it.
Yes.
Southeast ran the ball once, running back slipped, lost a yard, then they went for the house. They went for a nice combo route, two verts and a post underneath it. Cleveland missed the coverage. Quarterback hit him perfectly in stride, and he went 68 yards to the house.
We don't know how many people are listening on terrestrial radio, but on internet radio, there's still about 30 of you still listening to those games. So
Kim Winslow's one. She said she wanted to hear us, so we're good.
She did, yes.
So the kickoff for Southeast went into the end zone, which is good. So ball come out to the 20-yard line.
And we don't have names and rosters and everything, right? We just have, what we're seeing, number 9. Boy.
That kick was very close to settling on the 1-yard line as a live football.
Mark, back to D.H. Conley, though, as we'll kind of let you know what's going on. By the way, it's 42 Southeast Raleigh, 31 Cleveland, 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes left in regulation. Cleveland has the football now. Did D.H. Conley, was it just a strugll tonight? Was this not the team that they feel like Clayton got in their head too quickly?
They got mashed in the mouth early. They got down 21-0. Two offensive scores and a pick 6, and they got behind the sticks early and could not recover.
Yeah, you're right.
Mentally, they could not recover.
That was the test. And guys, I'm going to tell you that is the difference between a good football team and a great football team.
Right.
And what we did down at Hoggard, going down 17-0, and then winning the second half, great. What happened here was this team. I mean, again, I just think that Conley faced an opponent that was more athletic and a little more physical than they have seen or been all year long, and it showed. Yeah, and I mean, guys, just for those of you not there or whatever, the Cleveland field is in horrendous condition. People are slipping and sliding all over the place.
Our job is to paint a picture in radio, and I'm telling you, it is literally like. Every time they slam their cleats on the grass,
it looks like a hog.
It's like a trough.
The grass is tore up. The dirt is turned over.
Yep.
It looks like somebody's been out there plowing the field.
They're playing at the Murphy Center on hockey night.
Yeah.
But there's a nice pass up the middle by Cleveland. Picks up the first down.
A little short.
But that's what they're going to have to do. I think that they're going to have to start working the underneath routes. 3-step, get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, make it an extension of the running game. You'll see right there, nice little setup right there.
5 yards.
Receiver just comes out. Yeah, and I've talked about it a lot of times, called the show's route tree, if you will. But it's slant, hitch, out, whip, and seam. Those short routes with off coverage, if you will, are what Cleveland's going to have to do right here.
Intercepted it!
Okay, all right.
Interception football. Southeast Raleigh got in at the 30.
Was that a fumble or
that was a screen? Cleveland just tried a screen pass.
That was a shuttle.
It was knocked up. Tried to do a flea flicker. Tried to kick it back to the quarterback, and the Raleigh guy picked it off.
Southeast Raleigh interception. They got it.
That was a flea flicker.
Flea flicker and an interception.
Yep. The Southeast Raleigh got a hand on the pitch back to the quarterback.
He just was in the right place at the right time.
Exactly. Hello, Merry Christmas. So that just puts a little more pressure on Cleveland right here, because again, to me, just seeing what I'm seeing here, a little bit of panic might be setting in here, because again, they haven't been down except for one other time this year, and that was on this turf.
That's
right here, 20-3. So what they're saying now is they're saying, if you remember when this game came out first,
Southeast Raleigh was hanging with
I was just about to say that.
Cleveland.
Halftime, what was it, 10-7? I think it was 10-7 and a half, something like that.
Until the kid got hurt.
Yep.
And then that seemed to spark them somehow.
I think it was 13-6 at the half.
Yeah, it was close.
When Krishan Clark went down and midway in the third quarter.
This is physical. Did you see them two receivers just plant that DB?
Plant the guy, yep.
Oh, my Lord.
Yep.
Raleigh is winning 42-31.
Yep, we got it.
42-31, Southeast Raleigh's winning.
Yep, we got it.
Southeast Raleigh's beating Cleveland.
Come on.
Yeah, guys. And
people are asking us at the window, what are you still in the air for? The game's over. What are you doing?
We're calling this game. We're calling the last 7 minutes of this game here. But this is fun. This is fun to
just tell them to take my order this time. I didn't want just beers tonight for dinner.
Hey, I'm gonna text my wife, say don't order the shrimp, but go ahead and get the pretzels. Hey, we got another tutty. Another tutty.
Southeast Raleigh.
Another tutty. Southeast Raleigh.
And that is That is Mark Coates at Nixon-Fowler Stadium calling a touchdown for an opposite team.
He went right by. That receiver went right by the corner on a straight fly or go route, as we say.
And the number 4, by the way.
The safety did not get up over the top.
No, he just stood there and watched.
And he kind of missed the tackle at the end. So the point after here could make it, quite honestly, a 17 or 18-point lead.
Hey, listen,
with 6 minutes left to go.
That's a 3-score.
Southeast Raleigh's going to be at my 3 scores mark if they make this PAT.
Yep. That'll be 3. It'll be a 3-score game.
49-31.
18 points.
49-31. 6.5 minutes left to go in regulation. My goodness, Cleveland.
And this has been the fourth quarter has been.
Oh, this is big because we're at home next Friday.
That's right. We're at home. We sit right here.
And I would rather be here at home
on Thanksgiving week. I ain't traveling nowhere.
I'm just being honest.
Southeast got to delay a game.
Let me tell you something. Never disregard the Cleveland Rams.
No.
Because they are a team. Go ahead, Mark.
Till that clock runs out.
Southeast just called a timeout. Nope, they got a 5-yard penalty for delay a game.
Now they're going to line up
for the extra point, a little bit longer.
15, be 25.
Still a 17-point game. If they miss it, 18 if they make it. Let's see what we get. Still
47
still a 3-score game regardless. Doesn't matter.
47-7 final here at Nixon-Fowler Stadium. We are giving you extended coverage of the Rams and the Bulldogs. It is a big game, part of the Clayton Comets Athletic Boosters post-game wrap-up, because if Clayton see Southeast Raleigh make the PAT, they will. 49-31, Mark Coates' 3-score lead. We want the Bulldogs to win because we have a home game in the Eastern Regional semifinal next Friday night.
That is correct, and there's nothing better than being in the pit. Anytime you can bring a team to your house, it's a comfort level. It's what you got. And I got to tell you, I mean, if the atmosphere, we get 4th round here next week. That'll be like the same thing happened in 2017. We had the 4th round here. It was a shootout against Eastern Guilford.
Well,
okay, and we got beat on a strip sack fumble late in the ball game.
That's right. But
we're gonna bring 4th round here. If we don't get this whole doggone community, I'm gonna give you the Bobby Bowden dadgum. If we don't get this whole dadgum community here, we don't get this whole dadgum community in this stadium next week. Mark, you can tell him to. Well, never mind.
Yeah, if this holds up, what you're going to see for 4 quarters is what we just saw where the 2 receivers took that DB and drove him about 20 yards and planted him. It will be
a battle.
It will be a physical contest. There'll be jawing going on. There'll be pushing going on. It will be a dogfight. Somebody's going to have to keep their cool.
Oh, and by the way, whoever wins that game in the Eastern Regional semifinal moves into round number 5, and they don't even call it round 5. They call it the Regional Championship Final.
You're playing for the first set of hardware at that point in time. You win that one, and you get your first set of what we call iron. You get the big trophy of the regional, and you go on the chance to play for the state championship.
And remember, the Community Radio Network, whether Clayton makes it or not, we want it to be Clayton, obviously, to the ship. But we will have coverage of all games at UNC Kennedy Stadium at Durham County Memorial Stadium.
There is no technique. Grab him by the shoulders.
No, he pushed him there.
Wrap his head up, put him in a headlock by any means necessary.
We've been calling CRN for 8 years. I think this is the most classic thing I think we've ever done. Is sit here and call a game on the monitor.
He's under pressure.
And look at
boom, good play.
Good coverage.
Good play. Cleveland right there at the point in time had good time, but couldn't find anybody open. Almost a coverage sack.
He was right there, though.
Then the quarterback dumped it out to the right-hand side, but great defense by the corner to come up and make a good, solid tackle for a very, very, very short game.
Yeah, that cornerback perfectly right there to make a stop. As soon as he caught that football, Mark, he planted him and said, you ain't going nowhere else. Yeah, I'll let you catch the football, but you ain't going nowhere from there.
Correct.
Throw.
The thing that Southeast Raleigh is playing zone coverage.
Oh, man.
Southeast Raleigh is playing zone coverage. Cleveland historically has wanted teams to play man coverage because they don't necessarily throw to a man. They throw to a spot. They throw to where they want the receiver to be. You know, and I remember when we had the shootout a couple years ago, and we lost on the 2-point conversion. We look out there during that game. There were 5 balls going deep. Big catch.
Catch made. Cleveland. They're going to go to the red zone.
They had the pressure. He got behind
down to about the 15-yard line. But again, it's a 3-score game with 5 minutes left. But Cleveland, like I said, they're.
But don't count out Cleveland.
You're right, Wesley.
My goodness, they've done some crazy shenanigans through the years.
Yeah. Now what I would do. I mean, just kind of looking. Southeast has had great success tonight. Obviously, playing zone, not letting anybody get behind them. The last couple minutes, switch up a little bit and play man. Just give them a different look.
Yes.
Give them a different look. Bring a little pressure. See what happens. Because there's a flag on the play there, but let's bring a little pressure. Play man on the backside and see what happens. Or give them a 2-man look. 2 safeties over the top with a man cover underneath. And then bring some pressure. Kind of what we call the Tampa 2 defense. So if you do that a little bit, I think you can confuse them. Because right now they're playing man, they're hitting these little zones, so they've kind of picked up on that. Their offensive staff has picked up on that. So now let's see what happens if down on the 15-yard line to see where this penalty goes, first of all.
I think it's against Cleveland.
They're walking backwards, so it may be. Let's see. I can't find the white hat. Where's he at?
Right there?
Yeah, I got him in the middle now. Here he goes. No, they're walking against Southeast. So,
by the way,
face mask will be half the distance to the goal.
On the Bulldogs. Yep.
Cleveland will have a 1st and 4 from about from about the 8-yard line. 1st and 4.
Right, Ryan, you're outside, probably the last man standing in the grandstand and just kind of intently watching the game as well, aren't you, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm out here all alone as they
touchdown Cleveland. Yep. Oh, there it is. Touchdown Rams.
Yeah, touchdown. When I looked at that, they ran what I call a little stop and go or stutter and go, or what we used to call in college, what we called a gangster route. Watch the block, and then go right by him. See, as soon as the outside receiver goes up 3 or 4 yards, act like he's going to run a little hitch, and then he goes on the corner. As soon as the corner sets his feet to attack the ball, you throw it over the top.
And
call it hitch and go.
Mark, I ain't going to lie to you. If I got the football, if I'm Southeast right here, I would hold on to the football and run the clock out.
Yeah, you got to run
hands down.
Yeah. They have to. They have to. It's 18 points, so you got to go for 1. Yeah, but don't chase points yet.
Don't
chase it because what good does it do?
Yeah, you're only going to go for 1 instead of 2.
Still going to be a 16-point game until the 2 possession game.
They won't go for adults. They go for a high kick. It's a fake.
How are they going to miss it?
And their 2-point conversion or a field goal is a fake, and it's no good. Yep. And they get stopped by the Bulldogs.
Still a 2-possession game, 49-37.
They got to have 2 touchdowns.
Yep, 2 tutties.
Got to feel an onside kick's coming, Mark?
Oh, it has to.
Heck yeah.
Hit the onside kick's coming? Yeah.
If he's still breathing, yeah.
High snap there on the extra point, which threw off the timing. The holder just stood up and tried to take it. But now it's a 12-point lead for Southeast with 5.5 minutes 5.5 minutes to go, and the expectation, obviously, between this box is that an onside kick is coming, so Cleveland can try to get the football. We saw one here tonight. That was unexpected. That was successful.
Yes.
You know,
yes, sir. Yes,
to
sir.
start the third quarter.
If you're listening in the radio world, this is a big game because if Southeast at Cleveland beats Cleveland, we're home next Friday night. Now, Mark, that would be the final home game ever in this press box. And that would be special.
Wait a minute. Would it not be? Because we could have one more. If Gibbons were to lose to Garner would come here.
Garner would come here.
Garner would come here as well.
Talking about old school now. That would be going back old school.
That
boy, oh boy.
How about that?
Wow.
How about that? A regional final.
Going back old school.
Clayton
That
Garner.
would be Eastern Regional Championship final.
Holy moly.
Between Garner and Clayton.
Right now, we got 5 minutes here to figure this one out. Let's see what happens. You know, and I wouldn't count. There's the onside. There it is. Where do we get the bounce?
I don't think they got it. They didn't get it. It's Bulldogs football.
Actually, the ball was loose back there, and the official, they must have. What did they do?
It's Bulldogs football.
It didn't go 10 yards.
It didn't go 10 yards. So there's going to be a penalty.
Yeah. Get your flag on the screen there, Ryan. Put it up there on the NFHS network.
Yeah, they're going to back them up 5, so they were offsides. So they blew the whistle before it went through. That's why the ball kept going. So 5-yard penalty against Cleveland, offsides. They'll do it again from the 35-yard line now.
By the way, live on the radio and on the video stream, all of this will be up tomorrow. The intent of the
nice.
The anticipation of this game.
Changes how that ball. That wet field changes how that ball acts.
It actually does. It's not gonna bounce near as high.
It's gonna roll.
Yep.
They make him go again, and this time he got it. Number 7 scoops it
up.
About
the 46, maybe the 47.
Yep, 46-yard line of the Rams. Number 7 for Southeast recovers the onside.
Wow.
So the Bulldogs will have you got to think they're going to go run, try to waste a couple minutes. I don't know how many timeouts either one of them has. But
it doesn't show any of that.
Yeah, but regardless, if Cleveland, say Southeast should run the ball 3 times. They pick up 3 or 4, you're going to run 40 seconds off, 30 seconds off, whatever it is. And if Cleveland probably has 2 timeouts. That means they're going to have third down with just under 5 minutes, take it down to about 4 minutes and 10 seconds, punt the football away. Cleveland could get the football back with a little over 3 minutes to go, Mark.
Yeah, like you know what you're talking about.
I mean, unless they could get a first down again or something,
exactly.
Just run the clock out.
There's the run we expect. Okay, so here's going to be the timeout that we expect in just a minute.
Maybe
Riley going to call it?
Maybe 2 yards, 1, 2.
1 to 2.
And they did not call a timeout, so I don't know how many they have.
I mean,
so now if you're Southeast, run this all the way down to 4:30.
Take that 40 seconds and
take
let it roll.
Take the whole thing. If you're the quarterback, you watch the back judge. If you don't have a field clock, you watch the back judge with his final 10 seconds. He gets to the final 5. You snap the football.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something. You make little of this. But that coach and them players standing there watching that clock run, it ain't a thing they can do about it.
You're helpless, right?
Gets into the mental aspect of what's going on.
You're exactly right.
Let's see. So they should be snapping the ball at 4:32 or 4:33, 4:36. Hand it off. Another short gain.
They know they're going to be running.
Hang on.
Here comes Riley.
Watch out. Here comes Riley. Let's see if he's got. He's not. I don't think he got any timeouts. They may not have any. So now we go down to 350. We go down to 350.
So I do think they
and then your worst case is you punt it.
Go ahead, Ryan. What were you saying, buddy?
So since I've been watching this, I've seen the Cleveland take 2 timeouts. So
they
must have one timeout left.
So if they get a stop here, they'll call their final timeout on this play. Yeah. So they'll call their final timeout if they have one left on this play here, if they have any. Which will be at the 3:45 mark, the 3:40 mark, whatever. Yeah. Oh, they're going to throw and try to get a first down out of it.
Oh, they're going to
do. No,
keep going. He's on his feet. He goes out of bounds.
Stay in bounds. Doggone it.
That's like 4th and 2, maybe.
That's not a smart play call.
No, you got to get down in bounds for that. You don't want to go out of bounds. You want to go and get down.
4th and 2. It was what that one-handed catch by number 1 though.
Nice catch, but he's got to go down. He's got to know where he is in the game and on the field. So now that actually allows Cleveland to save their final timeout.
If that's the one I think it is, he's a sophomore.
Hey guys, we're at the top of the hour. We need to pause for station identification very quickly. Stay with us. We're giving you extended coverage of
4th and 4, and they're
Cleveland
going for it.
versus Southeast Raleigh or Southeast at Cleveland, CRN Comet style.
This is the Community Radio Network.
4th and 4, dude.
WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Oh, 4th and 4, the flag on the play, Robbie.
I don't know who's calling the plays for Southeast.
I don't either.
But they ain't got the brightest light bulb in the world.
I don't either.
Flag on the play on the Cleveland Rams.
Is it? Wait a minute. Let's see.
Well, if it is, that's awesome. That's going to bail them out.
It's going to bail them out for sure. Like you were saying, Mark.
My Lord.
Throw the football on.
Especially not an out route that somebody can pick off
and take it to the house. Exactly.
Here's the call.
They're moving the chains already. It's going to be.
It's on Cleveland.
Call against Cleveland will be a first down Southeast.
I think it's pass interference, guys.
It might be.
Yes, it is. Pass. It's PI on Cleveland.
Yep.
They got lucky.
So now with 3:39 and probably one timeout, your first play goes under. Doesn't start till the ball snapped. So at 3:20-ish, if they've got one left, they'll call it.
We're the only people left here.
Hey, the lights are on. We're still home.
Nixon-Fowler Stadium with all the lights on.
They finally started.
All the lights on. No one's home except us in the press box, bringing you this extra coverage.
And I don't know that they have a timeout at all.
Why did they not let that 40 seconds run off that clock?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Coming out of a timeout, you shouldn't.
Why didn't Southeast let the clock run down?
Yeah,
coming out of a penalty.
The clock guy started the 40-second clock. They could have sat there and run 40 seconds.
That's your friend.
I ain't got no friends.
Oh, wait a minute now. That's right. So at 3 minutes.
That's the guy that said you're too passionate, Mark.
This is going to go to 2:50, and Cleveland obviously has no timeouts.
Y'all going to make me have a mugshot picture taken tonight.
Cleveland with 13 seconds left on the play clock. We're going to be down inside 250 on a 2nd and 9. Hand the ball off. Do it 4 straight times, dude. There's 2nd down, no gain on the play. They're trying to strip the football now.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to do anything they can, right? I mean, they're desperate. It's desperate time now. So it really is.
2:41 left on the clock. It should take it down to 2 minutes for 3rd down.
And let me say this. There has been games of years past on CRN where Clayton took Southeast to the woodshed.
Yep.
And Cleveland took Southeast to the woodshed.
It's a good squad.
They have turned it around in the last 2 years, Mark.
It's a good squad.
Especially this year.
So this should be snapped.
22-19, we lost to them back in October.
Yep, don't snap it yet. Sit there and wait. Get ready now. Get the snap
4,
right now at 2:03.
2.
Snap it. Good.
Oh, you're running the clock down.
Hands
down.
Yeah, that's good.
On your feet.
2 minutes
40 seconds. A minute
under
10.
2 minutes. Under 2 minutes remaining.
A first down and the ball game's over.
At this point in time, ball game's over because you're going to go down to minute 10.
And there's that last timeout.
There's that last timeout. Okay, there's the last
that last timeout Cleveland had there, Ryan. You're exactly right, buddy. They used their last timeout, man.
So 2 minutes or 1:59 left.
Ryan's down there. Ryan, you can come up. You want to?
Leave him down there.
Hell no, leave him down there.
Southeast is winning. You don't change nothing.
I got to tell you, guys.
Don't go nowhere, Ryan. Stay where you're at.
I'm staying here. You're at the 25-yard line. Run the fucking run the football. Run the football. Run the football. Run the football. Run the football.
I can't believe
that was not Mark. That was not Mark.
Not Mark tonight. Run the football. 4th and 5. 4th and 8.
Oh my God!
Run the football on 4th and about 7. Holy moly! Let's go. This is the ball game.
The E's used for you tonight, Robbie Worrell.
That's right. I get the E mark.
Your wife's gonna have some soap for you when you get to.
Why are they throwing the football? Why are you throwing the football? And the clock never started. It still says 1:56.
That's Cleveland. That's that home cooking.
It had 1:59 and it went down to 1:56. 3 plays for a snap, 3 fallback steps, and then a pass, and it stopped at 1:56.
Oh my Lord!
Unbelievable.
Why did you throw the football?
But what did I tell you off the microphone a while ago?
Without the F-bomb? What was it? What'd you say?
I get it tonight. Yeah.
What did you say, Mark?
I've done it, said it one time.
Hey, by the way, I want to say thank you to Clayton Comets Athletic Boosters. They are sponsoring this extra post-game wrap-up and
they're
coverage.
They're going to Let's go.
And coverage of Southeast and Cleveland.
Throw it out of bounds.
I'll just
I'll
tell John Asmonson to give Brandon Marine $25.
Did he rip his helmet off?
Yeah.
Just tell him we covered the 4th quarter.
Let's see what we get here because there's a helmet off for Southeast Raleigh. Let's see. Did we get a roughing play? No. We're going to get an illegal block.
That's an
We're
illegal
going to
block.
illegal block
Yeah,
right there on that
is.
guy. There it comes. Here comes the flag.
On the
There it
Cleveland
is.
guard.
Cleveland guy done it to 23.
Yep. We're going to get an illegal block on Cleveland, which will back them up half the
That's
distance.
that undisciplined.
Yep.
Well, they don't know how to lose. You know, they don't know what to do when they lose. And we saw it when they were here. Okay.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing it again there.
And that's at home.
But guys, we talked about this, earlier in pregame today. Beating a team twice in the same season is difficult.
That's tough.
It's tough. Back in 2017, the Comets did it. They beat Cleveland by 14 in the regular season, and they beat them by 5 in the playoffs, 36-31. Okay, so it's tough to beat a team twice. Cleveland beat Southeastern earlier this year, but now Southeast made some adjustments, did some things a little different, and clearly they've outscored them tonight and took them to their own game. So
they got 2 downs.
It's with no timeouts.
They got to throw the football. They can't run it, and they know
49-37. Rams fire. Anyone
Incomplete.
home? Incomplete. Almost picked off, and he knew it. Number 25, I think it is. He about got on the ball and intercepted
it. Hit him right in the chest. It's one of those, hey, why
if
you're
we would
playing
have had
TV?
our rosters, we can tell you who the names are. We don't know who they are, the numbers, but we just know it's. If you're listening out there in Comet Country, you're wanting Southeast Raleigh to win this game. You are a Bulldogs fan in Comet Country tonight, Mark Coates.
Mark.
Rough.
Don't you hear me over here?
Rough.
Here's
All right,
second
Robbie?
and 10 from with a minute 45 left. Little play action, quick screen out to the left-hand side.
Trying to isolate.
Keep him in bounds. They got no timeout.
100 seconds remain in regulation.
It's going to be second. Wait a minute. Hold up.
Is there a penalty?
I don't know.
Did the ball come loose? The official came running in with his arms going, waving like timeout, but why? Did the ball come loose? Let's see.
Man,
watch this official come in. Oh, he threw a flag.
There's a flag. He threw a flag on the play.
Flag.
There's a flag from the back judge and the referee as well.
I wondered why the clock stopped because he was down in bounds.
Well,
there is 100 seconds remaining in regulation and a flag on the play.
Yep. The side judge came in with his hands waving for timeout after he threw the flag. So that one's probably going to be on Southeast, but you never know what's in the back. Did we get a roughing the passer back here as well? So if you do that, you decline one, you accept the other one.
Maybe a hold. It could be a hold. He had a blocker in front of him.
It could be a hold on the offense. You are correct, Mark. Let's see what the guy in the white hat says.
How special is it, guys? Hold that thought.
They're walking it off against Southeast.
Yep, it's a penalty on the Bulldogs. So a penalty on the Bulldogs lets the Rams climb the field here. They're going to be around the 35.
They're going to mark both of them off against the Bulldogs.
Wow,
So they're going to get 30.
Penalties, so it's something with the 45.
2 15-yarders, yeah. 2 15-yarders.
That's the lack of discipline we're talking about.
That's an after the play and a dead ball foul. That's what you get. You get 30 yards of penalties.
But
Get the football on the
for
45-yard line.
Cleveland is, sometimes things go awry. You never know. So 49-37, 100 seconds remaining. Comet Country.
No timeouts
Southeast
for the Rams.
Raleigh leads. Bulldogs win at Cleveland. They're coming here for round 4. Clayton's at home next Friday night. And you're tuned into bonus coverage of the Clayton Comets Athletic Boosters post-game wrap-up. Clayton took care of business tonight over Greenville's D.H. Conley, 47-7. All right, Robbie, here we go. Here's the snap.
He's going to...
is he going to run? He runs instead of throws it. And he's still on his feet.
He's got to receive.
He got dropped.
Pick six.
Interception.
Go. Nope.
Was that a horse collar tackle?
It doesn't matter. Look, see the Cleveland guy kicked the. He just threw his hat off.
There's the flag.
There's the flag.
There's the flag.
There's
Why
that
would you
undisciplined.
do that? It's
here. So Southeast guys, the great pressure by Southeast here makes the quarterback make an ill-advised throw. Southeast picks off. That's probably number 7 again, isn't it? Is it 7?
Is that a horse collar? Look at the way he grabbed it.
He just grabbed him by the neck.
Just by the neck, yeah. But he gets up. The Cleveland guy gets up, kicks the down marker or the 10-yard line marker, and then throws his helmet, and that official flags him. So it's going to be first down Southeast Raleigh inside the 5-yard line.
Wow.
Inside the 5-yard line.
This could put
with a minute 26
right
with a minute 26 to go.
Look,
put the women and children to bed. Put out the fire, as they say. Calling the dogs. Rams are out.
Score or not. If
it's over.
It's 40 seconds on that clock.
Take 3 knees.
3 knees is all you got to do. They can't stop the clock.
Yeah, they cannot stop the clock. Take the snap, go to a knee. Take the snap, go to a knee. And you don't even have to do 3.
No.
You don't have to do 3. You get this one, your second one, it'll be inside 40 seconds.
Yes. Yes, and I hope they're
And that's what they're doing.
Wow.
There's victory formation. You got a guy standing behind the quarterback right now.
Yeah,
He's going to snap it back. He's going to take his knee and call it done.
Ryan, remember, back down to you, buddy. Remember, we talked about this when we were preparing this afternoon.
Wow.
I told you, Ryan Tomford, don't count out Southeast Raleigh. They're hungry. They're having a good year. They're growling. They're snarling. Yep. And ladies and gentlemen, Comet Country, in about a minute, 70 seconds, 60 seconds and some change, you got Clayton and Southeast Raleigh for round 4 of the semifinal in the 4A East.
You got 25 seconds. This is the last snap of the ball game, guys. If they snap this in inside 8 seconds, you're going to have 30 seconds left to go in a ball game. Be a ball game over.
Ryan, I'm sorry, buddy. What were you going to say, my friend?
I was going to say that, Southeast Raleigh,
Cleveland can't do nothing.
They've come alive sort of in this fourth quarter. At the end of the third quarter, it was 28-31 Cleveland, and
correct.
Since then they went on a scoring streak and put a lot of points on the board.
They're just taking a knee.
Ball game.
They're taking a knee. It's over.
It's over.
35 seconds on the play clock. 30 on the clock. It's over. Ball game, gentlemen.
They're walking away. They ain't got to do another thing.
They ain't got to snap. Yep, you're good. Ball game, gentlemen. We get to be here next Friday, guys. Hey, let me tell you something before we get off here. Clayton, get your behinds to this football field next week.
You better be here, baby.
Let's fill the stands. Let's get it going.
Better be here.
Let's rock this house next weekend. 4th round coverage here at Nixon-Fowler. Holy moly! First time since 2017. 5th round coverage. No, 4th round coverage. It's right here, guys. Let's play. Let's have some fun. Southeast Raleigh Bulldogs are coming to our house next week.
49-37.
Wow.
And Mark Coates, I know that you can tell me how good you feel knowing that Cleveland's done, right? You take satisfaction that the other Clayton is eliminated.
Hey.
It's the other C.
Let me explain
the other
something
C, is it?
Let me explain something to you. There ain't another Clayton.
There's only another county team.
There ain't another Clayton. By God, they started out 100 years ago
boy, I got him
as
going,
the Cleveland community. They still are the Cleveland community. There ain't but one Clayton. It's inside these city limits on 70 Highway. There ain't but one C. Okay?
So for
as
those
far
of
as
you
I'm concerned, they're the bridesmaid.
So for those of you listening, we're going to paint the picture as we're supposed to on radio. Wesley poked the bear.
You think? It's like telling Garner that there's another Garner. I guarantee you them folks up there tell you there ain't but one Garner.
There ain't but one Garner.
There ain't no South Garner. It's Garner, by God.
Absolutely.
You better be here next Friday night, 49-37. And listen, I got to say, I'm happy for Southeast Raleigh.
Absolutely.
They've done some things. What is it? Jamal Bullock used to coach here. He's over there now. There were some things that went on back in October in that 22-19 game. But I'll be honest with you, I'll be honest with you. They lost. Clayton lost that game themselves by the way they played. I think they want this game. The lights are going out. I think they stayed to see what happened. We'll cut the lights off on our end, but boy, they're celebrating it at Cleveland. Southeast Raleigh
look at that.
We're celebrating at home. 47-7.
There's some unhappy folks over there right now.
Look at the excitement there from Southeast.
Let's see how long it takes them to kick them off the field. Because that don't happen.
Christmas.
That don't happen at Cleveland.
Wow.
Well,
let's see how long it takes the Johnson County Sheriff's Office to kick them off the field.
I hope y'all win and we beat CC, whoever that is. Who is that? CC Cardinal Gibbons, I believe.
CG.
How fun would that be?
Is that a Garner guy?
Yeah,
that's a Garner guy.
That's Jim Kelly, the voice of the Trojans. How fun would that be? Garner and Clayton for the Eastern Regional
Final. That would be awesome.
It would be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
Yes. Wow.
On the
Can I say this?
You say what you want.
Whatever you want.
Clayton's turned things around after their loss to Southeast Raleigh back in October. And let's just say Garner's turned things around after their loss to us back in mid-October. So you're seeing some amazing teams here, Mark.
I mean, no disrespect to anybody, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody's going to go home. Everybody's going to enjoy themselves. Southeast, Clayton, Garner. We'll get to practice on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Okay. But I'm gonna tell you what, it's gonna be a dogfight.
Yep.
Strap your boots on.
We better put some more grandstands in here
you
somewhere.
You might want to bring some more. Okay.
Yeah.
It's about respect because They had to come to our house, okay? They disrespected us on their home field. We played our worst game, okay? At their best and our worst, okay, we beat them.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's going to be
I will tell you that.
like Donkey Kong next Friday night here in the sea, right?
Southeast Raleigh's offense has opened up 160 points in the last 3 games. So, our defense is playing great. It's what is it like they say? It's 2 right now kind of, immovable forces. They're going to collide.
The irresistible force meets
exactly.
the immovable object.
I think we learned something.
Here we go. That's right.
I think we learned something.
I think
we will be better prepared. In Mark's opinion, our coaching staff and our players took that team for granted a couple of weeks ago.
I agree. I don't disagree at all.
We played like crap.
I don't disagree at all.
We played like crap.
They'll be stoked. They'll be ready to gain some type of I hate to use the word revenge, but for the way that they played.
I don't want to say it's revenge. I would just say redemption. The word's redemption. Play your game. Play flawless football. And listen, as Randy Capps of Joco Sports Radio said on his podcast, Clayton has caught fire, and they have called it at the right time.
We're a different team than we were 6 weeks ago.
You're exactly right.
Remember that.
You're right.
Absolutely.
Ryan Tomford, down to you, buddy. Always a phenomenal job. Hopefully you can join us.
We got to go.
Yes, Vincent, get me a big thing of fries and a big thing of crab cakes with the sauce and 2 beers. Ryan, what you got, buddy? We're out of here.
Yeah, great win for Southeast Raleigh, but Clayton got their job done today on their home turf, and amazing win, and we get out of here on time for me to watch F1, and that's my main goal. And
but what time is Formula One? Ain't it like a 12 o'clock at night or something?
11. So I've got
you'll be ready.
I've got another 40 minutes.
I've got Formula One radio as well. I cut it on for you, so phenomenal game though.
Yeah, great game. The energy that we had in the crowd tonight, was
see y'all in a bit.
Exciting down here. The fans were, cheering from the first whistle to the last one, and if they bring out that same energy in the crowd for the next game at home here, it's going to be a really, really big challenge for Southeast Raleigh with this crowd.
It's going to be a good one. 47-7, the final here at Nixon-Fowler Stadium. 49-37, Southeast Raleigh beats Cleveland. They'll be here, the Bulldogs and the Comets. Thanksgiving weekend, Friday night. It'll be right here at Nixon-Fowler Stadium for another edition of Friday Night Lights in C-Town. And we will have it for you. Have a great Thanksgiving. It's a great weekend to be a Comet. Thanks to the coaches, the players, the staff, everybody that is a part of what we do. And of course, for all of the amazing people on our crew. All-State Sideline reporter Kim Winslow, special commentary Mark, Coach Robbie Morrell, the coaches, the players, families, Vincent's Pub and Eatery post-game wrap-up. Head there now. It's going to be a party on Main Street. And we'll do it again next Friday. For our amazing crew, including Kevin Stump, Brian Tomford, camera color, I am Wesley Outland. 47-7 Clayton Comets over Greenville's DH Conley Vikings. They're on the buses heading home eliminated. Clayton Comets are in the Elite 8. And they await Southeast Raleigh for the 7A East Regional semifinal next Friday night. Have a happy Turkey Murder Day. Happy Thanksgiving, Clayton. Go Comets! Good night. Big thanks again to Melissa Hubbard, John Asmussen, and Joe Mott of the Comets football staff, Coach Scott Chadwick. Thank you also to the Clayton Comets Athletic Boosters with Brian Hale, Daniel Bird, and Shantae Woodard. 47-7, your final from Nixon-Fowler Stadium. We'll see you next Friday.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
local radio brings people together like never before.
It's a beautiful hometown weekend out there. We've got
Your local stations keep you informed and involved with music, talk shows, and real-time news updates you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters, connecting you to what matters most. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress to support your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
I'm a student athlete, which means I'm still learning.
I'm still growing.
I'm getting important lessons about perseverance, teamwork,
determination, respect, and dedication through playing sports at my school.
Mom, Dad, Coach, in a few years,
I'll probably forget a lot of the details, but I won't forget the lessons I learned
from the way you act towards my teammates,
coaches, referees, and other fans.
What kind of lesson do you want me to learn? I'm watching.
Sportsmanship, together we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Time out!
Listen up, get tight.
This is the most important timeout I've ever called.
Things are getting out of control out there.
And we need to regroup.
Hate.
Hate is winning out there.
Not on these fields.
In our communities. On our streets. In our schools.
And we need to stop it.
So let's take this moment
to change the momentum.
I call a timeout
on hate. Together.
Like, follow, and share the Community Radio Network via social media and Facebook at CRN Community Radio Network. Also, check us out on X, Instagram, and TikTok at CRN Sports. As always, remember to listen to the games live on your radio dial at 87.9 FM and anywhere worldwide, always at wearecrn.com. This is CRN, the Community Radio Network. The following is an exclusive broadcast presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN. More details at wearecrn.com.